It's dumb. Like it'll let me tag Eddie Murphy, but it won't let me tag Eddie Elkins.
Jesus Christ, tag Eddie Murphy.
I should. What's up, everybody? I am Shane Murphy. This is the Man Cave Broadcast, back for episode 22 this week, and joined, not as always, but very, very frequently, and I like it a lot, Mr. Eddie Elkins. How you doing, Ed?
Doing well, Shane. Doing well. How about yourself, my friend?
Just living the fucking dream.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
You do. Gotta get that White Claw going.
See, I got kilt lifter.
That's good. Trying to watch my weight.
I
got a wedding I gotta be to.
Inflate. Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a wedding I gotta go to in 2 weeks. Chris Tallman. Yeah, he's sometimes on the show.
Nice. Yeah, yep. Who couldn't make it because he's running errands for his wedding.
Exactly. You got it.
Kind of important.
Yeah, we're going to Flagstaff in 2 weeks to go celebrate him and Megan's wedding. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of masks.
They're being
very careful.
You should pull him aside at the reception, use a recording app, and then record something for the podcast.
Oh, I like where your head's at. What do you think that I should record? What would the topic be? Should we just be like, how do you feel about the new Dune trailer? Or is it more something like...
How do you feel about the price of the new Xbox?
Yeah. Are you going to buy the Xbox Series One X or the Xbox something?
Something. Literally, it's like S. So it is something.
I can't figure out all the naming. The pricing I can't wait to talk to you about, but the naming of this thing is just very, very odd.
You know, I just don't feel that anyone's being creative anymore.
No. It's just the Xbox Series One X Extreme Exhibition Exhibit
It
Edition.
sounds like a meal box at Taco Bell.
Yeah, it does. Like, get an Xbox and a Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
Baja Blast Mountain. I think Taco Bell is the only place that has that, isn't it?
I think so. Okay. Although they got rid of fucking everything else. Don't worry, you're not going to be able to get a tostada or anything with potatoes anymore. Can't get a Mexican pizza or a double-decker taco. But you can get fucking Baja Blast and Pineapple Whip slushies.
Pineapple Whip?
Pineapple Whip? Why are you saying it weird?
Have you ever had the Pineapple Whip at Disney?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, okay.
That is the best.
I'm sitting here going, oh, yeah, of course I have. The first time I had it was literally last year in October when we went. First time I've ever had a Pineapple Whip, or like the Dole Whip, and I was like, this is fucking good. No wonder people are drinking this.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
I lived down in Orlando for years, and we had an annual pass paid for courtesy of my student loan. So I'm still paying off those drunken visits to Disney.
Wow.
Yeah, but the Pineapple Whip was amazing. Absolutely amazing. My wife Erin just walked into the room. Shot number 1.
Oh, wow. Are we really doing signs?
We are doing this, Shane.
Okay.
That was totally her. That had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know she was doing that.
I like that a lot. I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at Firefox, and I just happened to see it just kind of go by on the screen. I like that. That was good. I gotta figure out how to look at the screen with these glasses on. This blue light is just... It's following me around.
Weird, isn't it?
It's like the Mona Lisa. The eyes are just following you. Just gotta look down, I guess. I could raise my desk up a little bit, but that just feels dumb.
Wait, do you have one of those desks that raise?
Yeah. Here, hold a second.
Wait for it.
Let's just... Bye!
Oh, look, I feel so tall.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, hi. Hi, Mr. Ed. What are you doing?
Hi, Shane.
Oh, so good to see you, sir. Please, sir, I'd like some more.
Like some more, please.
All right, get back down here. Yeah, man, this thing is great, especially for working from home.
I bet.
I love it.
Now, how long have you had that desk?
4 months or so.
Okay.
So I like it a lot. I like the raising and the lowering
Mm-hmm.
and just all of it. I could go up a little bit higher.
Now, is that a self-funded purchase or was that company?
Self-funded.
Gotcha.
Donated. Borrowed.
Taking care of yourself. Gotta love it.
Yeah. So it's I like it a lot. It's very useful. Kind of keeps my back straight and everything. It's good. So I gotta lose these glasses. This is not fucking working.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Superman.
Wow. Who is this man?
Clark Kent.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Firefox, and I was planning on going on Reddit, but the very first thing I see on Firefox is an article titled, "I was trapped in quicksand for 12 hours in a blizzard."
Wait, does quicksand actually exist outside of the Neverending Story?
Apparently. Hey, it was Valentine's Day 2019 when Ryan Osman, a 34-year-old from Mesa, Arizona, decided to hike the subway, not a subway, the subway, a remote semi-technical slot canyon trail in Utah's Zion National Park. I know a lot of those words separately, but put together like this, I'm having a difficult time figuring out what they're saying.
No, I can't do it.
Well into their trip, Osman stepped in a tiny patch of quicksand that completely swallowed his leg. I don't think I've ever heard of an actual... Wow, I am bright. Whoa. Let me...
Yeah. How many people do you know of that actually stepped in quicksand outside of entertainment business, like Hollywood, movie production, TV shows?
Never. I've never heard of anyone. I thought as a kid, the quicksand was going to be a much bigger deal. And then...
So did I, up until I grew up. And then...
Like, oh, it doesn't
exist. Even when I moved to Arizona in 2012, it was just, what?
Yeah. That and catching on fire, I thought was a much more regular occurrence growing up. Everyone was talking about like, okay, if you catch on fire, stop, drop, and roll, right? And I remember as a kid being like, okay, if today's the day that I catch on fire, I'm stopping, dropping, and rolling. Never fucking happened.
Never, ever had to do it.
Yeah, I don't understand why not, but it doesn't. So
what have you been up to, Shane? Last night I caught you streaming.
Oh, did you?
Streaming live, playing some Warzone. Me and the wife were watching you.
Nice.
Cheering you on. Saw some great gameplay.
Thank you. Yeah, that was yesterday. Got a win last night in Warzone. I was pretty happy about that. Yeah. The kids and I were streaming Fall Guys the other day.
Yes, and my boys were obsessed.
Yeah?
Absolutely obsessed. See, there's two ways this can go, Shane. One, you and I grow old together because we're related via marriage.
Sure.
From our kids. Or two, my kid's going to end up having a restraining order against him. So either way, we'll be doing this via streaming.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad that they enjoyed it. We liked it a lot. This Fall Guys game is pretty cool. The only problem, and I've been complaining about it a shit ton on Twitter, dude, is the hacking. Holy cow, it's rampant. We sat there. I put a video up of one dude. Oh, did I? Did I do the video? I can't remember. But I got a video of a guy just like flying all over the map. And then we got to like the final round on this one, and I literally just watched this little character just lift up off the ground. And then when he got to the certain height of this crown at the end, he just starts going forward.
Yeah, no. That's like ET stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and I just stopped playing. I just watched this motherfucker fly to the end of the game. And I get it, this is a game designed for 5-year-olds. And here I am getting angry at pixels because this guy's cheating. But at the same time, like, I'm busting my ass to try to get to this thing, and it's harder than it looks. And motherfucker just flies to the crown. I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I doing here? Why did I just spend $20? Especially when you on PlayStation, you get it for free.
Free.
Yeah.
Absolutely free. And you know what? We've played it twice.
Yeah.
Because the kids get too frustrated. I was running straight, but then he cut in front of me and blocked me. Life's not fair.
That's probably...
Or like you were saying, cheating. I would see someone fall off the mat and then pop back up, and you're like, "What? Wait,
yeah,
what just happened?"
Yep.
I didn't know cheating was possible on PlayStation 4, but there you go.
It's not supposed to be. You're not really supposed to be able to do it, but I guess it can happen. And if it ever goes cross-play, then that's all you're going to see.
Yeah, it's in trouble.
So it's just kind of like, all right, well, what's going on? But other than that, nothing, man. It's been school. I've been absolutely fighting to win this class, man. It is a pain. I don't know why I'm doing IT anymore. Classes like this. I'm like, fuck.
So you can set up your Twitch stream properly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Learning about like Active Directory and setting up basically giant databases, right? Yeah, and it's a huge job field. Like Active Directory, if you know it, you're making $100,000 easy every year.
Hop on Upwork. Holy moly.
Yeah. What's Upwork?
Check it out. Upwork? Oh, it's for freelancers. You can like, I do a lot of stuff for SEO on there, and sheesh, search Active Directory, and it's like $70 to $100 an hour.
Yeah,
is what people are willing to pay. Wow. Sometimes more than that.
That's crazy.
What am I doing with my life?
I know. That's why I want to learn it. But at the same time, like I'm getting frustrated because the beginning of this class, and the teacher even knows, is the funny thing. But and I'll give her credit because I've had some shitty teachers. Like as much as I love my ASU, I got the ASU helmet up there. As much as I love ASU, some of the teachers just suck ass at it, right? And this one, she's just flat out says, she's like, look, I get it. This class is meant for something, and we're spending a lot of time doing just the setup. But that's kind of how it was designed by the guy who created it, so I have to go with what he's doing.
Oh, no.
And it's like, I get it. So I want to learn it, but every single week I'm in office hours and stuff trying to figure this out. So at least I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm going and I'm trying to figure this stuff out. But at the same time, it's like, this shouldn't be this hard.
No.
Like I'm in the beginning. So I don't know. It's been interesting, but that and streaming and the other podcast, it keeps me busy. And work. Right, work.
Oh yeah, stuff that gives you money.
Yeah. How was your Labor Day weekend?
It was crazy. So for the past week, I've had a stomach bug of some sort that was just had me sidelined, and it was kind of rough. So I had my birthday back on the 5th, and I was on the couch or in the bathroom.
Wow.
So basically, me and the boys and the wife have tried to make up with it and had our own little party. We made brownies and we played some PlayStation VR as well. When I say we did, they did.
Yeah, sure.
And that was about it. I mean, that was Labor Day weekend.
All right.
How about you guys? Did you do anything fun?
Not like anything like super particular, Just kind of hung out, went swimming at a friend's, had a little barbecue. That was about it. All I know is that not yesterday, Monday, I'm sitting here getting ready for bed, and I'm like, is today Monday? Like, is tomorrow fucking Tuesday already? It didn't feel like a weekend at all, and I don't know if it's a COVID thing or what, but I just felt like, boom, weekend over. I'm like, it's been 3 days.
The thing. Yeah, with COVID, it's like that all the time. But then when you have a 3-day weekend, sheesh.
Yep. Flies by.
Yeah, it's like Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Lost a day.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, I feel like I lost a day.
Yep.
It's like, okay. That's fun.
And things have been interesting over the weekend. And even over the past couple of days. Xbox. We talked a couple of podcasts ago about the standoff.
Yep.
The middle school dance between PlayStation and Xbox, and Xbox finally made a move.
Yeah, and did what I told you, or I feel like I told you was going to happen.
Yeah,
they decided that they wanted to be the low cost leader on this one, and are basically forcing PlayStation to show up on this because
they're not going to be able to.
I don't think so. They're going to have to match. No. They're going to have to match that $4.99. And
I can see them matching $4.99 on the digital version only, the digital only version
of the PlayStation 5?
Yeah, digital only. They have two different versions, right? They have the digital only, and then
I
they
think
have the
so, yeah.
normal one with the disc drive. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That would crush them if that happened.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm kind of on the fence about even doing the. I signed up to be notified for the pre-order and be at the first on the list to buy directly from PlayStation. I don't think I want to. Like I talked about last episode, I got the PlayStation 4 when it first came out, and it sounds like a jet engine in my living room.
Yeah.
I might just wait.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
$4.99 for the disc drive version of the Xbox One X Expedition Exhibit Pimp Your Ride.
Right.
$2.99 for the digital only. Now, 5 years ago, if you told me like a digital only console is a viable option, I probably would have told you you're crazy. But I'll tell you what, after I realized the other day, everything on my computer is digital. I don't have a physical copy of a video game. So at this point, really, what's my fucking problem with a digital only console?
Right.
It's there, you know? And if you run out of space, you go buy a cheap ass SSD, add another 2 terabytes or whatever on, and you're ready to go.
Plug it in the USB drive and you're good.
Yeah. I bought a 500 gig SSD for my for this class that I'm in. And I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I could run the computer games on these. So I installed what did I install? Fall Guys. I installed Fall Guys on there. and it runs perfectly. 60 frames a second. It loads up like instantly. I just to test it out today, I installed The Witcher 3 on there. And I'm going to have to test that out because like Xbox One, as you can see, I have it. Xbox One load times, man, slow.
Yeah.
So. So now I want to see what is it like with an SSD on there, and if it's like how much faster it is.
Right.
I think it's gonna be good. Right. And for $80, you know, a little SSD. Yeah. Is this number 2
for an SSD? Yeah, this is number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, look at that. Hi, Aaron.
Oh my gosh.
Aw, that was sweet.
The prenuptial agreement she made me sign is totally worth it.
Very nice. Very nice. Cheers.
Cheers.
What's this SEO shirt you got on?
SEO Ninja.
I like that. That's good.
Yep. Let me stand up a little bit. It'll show it backwards, of course, but still.
No, that's set up straight.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
On Discord, it's backwards when you're looking at it, but when actually that's weird. It must flip it for you because on my side everything is showing backwards on my screen, but on your screen I'm seeing it set correctly. So like, how are you reading the Who right here? Can you read it or is it backwards?
So here's the thing: since we're both doing video at the same time, you, Shane, look like a character out of Minecraft because everything is pixelated in squares for me.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. That looked good. As soon as you said really, it was like testing me like, are you for real?
Weird. Mine's fine.
Pixelated.
You saw the YouTube video that I put up?
Yeah. So,
interesting.
The guitars are over your left shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a good segue. We did put last week's episode onto YouTube. That's our first one on YouTube so far. Every podcast from here on, I'll go ahead and put on YouTube. It's pretty easy to edit those, man. Like, I don't have to cut a lot, which is nice.
YouTube
like, I cut the beginning, cut a little at the end, boom, done.
Yeah, and YouTube really, with the way that their editor, the built-in editor is, it's smooth. They've upgraded. I've been doing it for a lot of my lawyer clients, doing videos with them and whatnot, and it's absolutely stunning. Now, have you tried Vimeo?
No.
Check out Vimeo. I'm not saying to move off of YouTube. Love YouTube, stick with it. But Vimeo, the video quality is just on point.
Really?
Great stuff.
All right, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Try.
But
that'll be $150 an hour.
Yeah, no kidding. But that being said, you can follow us on YouTube as well now. If you search for the Man Cave Broadcast, the podcast will drop on YouTube faster than they do on Spotify. So if you're looking at getting a listening to your podcast quicker, if you want more of the Man Cave Broadcast faster, get it on YouTube, because the podcast will drop a week after we record, whereas I can get these YouTube videos out within a couple days.
Nice.
Yeah. Honestly, the longest part about doing YouTube videos is uploading them.
Yeah.
Because it takes forever.
Because you're sitting there like, hurry up.
I have to do it overnight.
It's like dial up.
Yes.
All over.
And it's like when I'm editing these videos out, it's funny because the video that I get from Twitch is like 3 gigs, right? But when I edit it and do it through Adobe Premiere, either I'm doing something wrong, or which is very likely, or something else is happening. But it ends up, once it's all edited and I've got it nice and clear and crisp, it's like 15 gigs. So try uploading 15 gigs because it's an hour of video, right?
And you can't compress it.
Nope.
Because then you have quality loss. So it's like, come on.
Right. And so I can't do that. I gotta have quality. I hold this show to a very high standard, Ed. Okay.
You always have.
Yeah.
You always have.
So it takes a solid 4 to 6 hours to upload 15 gigs. It's only got like a 10 megabyte upload speed, you know?
Oh, okay. 10 megabytes. So you're running what?
Yeah.
Well, I know that, but how much was your download speed?
Like 150.
Yeah.
So I mean, the download's fine. It doesn't. I mean, I don't have to go crazy with it, but man, it just takes forever. So yeah, I just go ahead and start the upload overnight. I go to bed. I wake up. It's done.
Well, shoot, you should just go ahead and just Google Drive it or Dropbox it, and it'll take me a while. It won't take me too long to download it. I'm running at a gig, so my upload is actually a little bit better. So if that works for you,
maybe, I like.
Then it'll take me 2 hours rather than 8.
That's true. Although I do pay more now for unlimited internet, so god damn it, I'm gonna fucking get the most out of my unlimited internet.
Yeah,
fuck Cox Communications.
Pay it. Oh my gosh.
Hey, we were talking about COVID earlier. I know they're better now, but right after last week's episode, we found out that The Rock and his family had it.
Yes.
It's like,
what is up with that?
I would like to say it's crazy, but is it? I feel like he's out doing everything and buying the XFL.
Yes.
And I feel like he's just was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to get it.
Let's be honest. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't know The Rock. Never met him. I'm just completely speculating. 100% this is bullshit. But what I'm thinking is he felt bad for Vince McMahon, who helped him become who he is today.
Mm-hmm.
So he bought out Vince McMahon in the XFL and basically said, you know what? I've got all this money. It doesn't matter anymore. Let me run it the way it needs to be run.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
I think The Rock is a really good businessman and saw a really good opportunity. Saw that Vince McMahon fumbled the bag and he was there to pick it up.
For the second time.
Yeah. And, The Rock failed in the NFL. He tried. Yeah. He was trying to get there. He played, I think, I don't think he got out of college, if I'm right.
He didn't get out of college. He was in Miami, I think.
Right.
College, I think. Yeah.
And he wants to give back to that community, right? So he's trying to get these guys who couldn't get to the NFL, give them a chance here in the XFL, let them get seen. Because there's been a couple of XFL guys that have got signed up to the NFL.
Yeah.
So I see that. But at the same time, he's not going to pay top dollar for a secondhand league, So I think that he probably did the right thing. Plus, I mean, I know that Vince McMahon got him to where he needs to be, but Vince McMahon's a giant piece of shit.
This is true.
The
biggest farce in all of entertainment law from when I was practicing law
Yeah.
is the fact that WWF, now WWE wrestlers, are considered independent contractors.
Yes.
But they can't do anything outside of working for the WWE.
Yeah.
In the last week, it actually came down from the WWE that you can't participate in Twitch or Cameo or all these other things.
Right.
Then a bunch of employment attorneys started chiming in on this, giving their 2 cents, and now the WWE's kind of stepped back and said, "Well, if you use your real name, you can do it."
But that's what they were
to
saying.
some extent.
They were trying to say, WWE was trying to say that they own the real names of these performers. So they were trying to say that Dwayne Johnson he couldn't go on Twitch, not like he needs to, but Dwayne Johnson couldn't go on Twitch and play games and stream as Dwayne Johnson. Because they're saying your name is part of the WWE. That's absolutely insane.
You're an independent contractor. You have to pay for your own transportation.
Right.
You can't work anywhere else. You can't make any money anywhere else.
Right.
But we're going to call you an independent contractor.
Yep. It's like the NAA.
Complete and utter BS.
NCAA trying to, I almost said NAACP, but NCAA was that kids couldn't make money off of NCAA.
The college video games that EA was putting out?
Yeah, because they're saying, well, you're a college athlete. You can't make money off the brand. We don't pay our players, so you can't make money off of that. And it's just like, but you are.
Yeah.
So this is unpaid labor because I'm doing something and you're not. And they're like, well, we give scholarships, not to fucking everybody. You don't.
Yeah. And that goes back to what you were saying a couple episodes ago, back when Chris was with us, about how COVID was affecting sports. Yeah. And college, and basically saying, well, y'all have to work. Or maybe, this region doesn't have to work.
Right. So sorry, you probably just saw that I jumped off screen.
But you didn't come with a shot, so I'm not sure.
No. I told you a couple episodes that we got a new bed, right? So I've had these box springs that are here, and I am waiting to get rid of them because it's not been a bulk trash day or anything like that. So I have them in front of the door, and I just heard the door open, and then I looked and I saw the box spring go. I was like, oh no. So I had to go stop the door real quick. So I'm like, please don't knock the box springs over on me, because that happens. It's just a fan, and then it's my computer and a monitor, and everything goes to shit.
Oh, okay.
So luckily, I have saved the day.
Entertainment.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, they're just honestly exploiting these kids.
Yeah.
So, and now we see that there's all these other industries that are trying to do the same thing. WWE will try to make every single fucking dollar they can, to the point of even saying, yeah, you can come wrestle for us, but we own you. Everything after that, but we're not going to actually pay you like you're an employee.
Yeah.
Insane.
Exactly. It's the biggest farce in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm glad you brought it up, because I was going to talk about it. I just couldn't imagine that. It's like, I saw that T-Pain streams on Twitch. What if his record label? Yeah, he's got a huge Twitch following. Apparently, I didn't know until the other day. And actually, T-Pain's pretty cool. I love T-Pain. He's seems like a pretty cool guy. But from what I understand, T-Pain has said that streamers can use his stuff, because there's a lot of stuff you'll get DMCA'd for. But he apparently is like, yeah, go for it. So I don't know if that works for his big his big name songs, the stuff that goes through his label,
main label.
Yeah. But if he's streaming and rapping on Twitch or something, or if he's making beats and stuff on Twitch, he's basically said it's open source. Go for it.
Oh,
I'm like, that's cool.
So the label who makes the most amount of money off of all this is probably having a field day with that.
Yeah.
Because their publishing company and their publishing rights are just going to hell.
Yeah. But he's like, fuck it. It's stuff coming off the top of his head. They don't own it yet, so he's just going for it, which I think is cool. What were we saying? Oh, but yeah, so, let's say that was the case, though. His record label's like, T-Pain, you can't stream, bro. You can't use your T-Pain name. You can't use your regular name. Fucking, I don't know. What's his name? Terrence? I don't know. I don't know what T-Pain's real name is. But anyways, if his record label was like, T-Pain, you can't do anything you want. Yeah. It's similar to what the NFL does, but I mean this one makes sense. The NFL tells their players that like you can't go play another sport while you're under contract. Generally. And so they'll say like if it's like for football players, it's like, okay, if you're playing with us and you go play another game involving a ball and you get injured, we're not paying for it. It's not covered under our insurance. And I can kind of understand that, but it gives you an idea. But if the NFL was like, Larry Fitzgerald, you can't do anything. Like, it's not going to happen. Kyler Murray, I've seen him streaming. You know, he plays like NBA 2K20 and all that. He streams. So, yeah, why WWE would ever think that it would fucking work to say, no, you guys can't stream utilizing your name is mind-boggling. The absolute dick on fucking Vince McMahon to think that he could get away with that is crazy.
Yeah, it's a gross misstep in one, publicity. Like he didn't know this would come back to bite him.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it's just a huge overstep of bounds.
Yeah.
To say that you're not important enough for me to say that you're a full-time employee and give you the benefits of a full-time employee. But then he's like, you don't get those benefits and you can't make money anywhere else.
Yeah.
Independent contractors, by definition, via law, means that they have anonymity to some extent from their contracted employer at the time.
Right.
So the law looks at it, and this, of course, varies by state. The law looks at it saying, what kind of restrictions do you have? What kind of duties do you have? When are you off the clock? When are you on the clock? And can you work other places? That last question, can you work other places, is the biggest factor. If you can't work other places, are you really an independent contractor?
Right. Doesn't seem like it.
No.
So, well, I'm glad they're getting the pushback because I think it's absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I love seeing I love seeing these celebrities who are streaming and doing stuff. Because it's such a blast kind of getting to like interact with them as humans.
Yeah. Like real people that the media is not manipulating different things they're saying or their photographs of them. Right. It's literally, this is the real person that's streaming. You get the oh snap.
Yeah, you get that chance to say, oh, look, number 3. How sweet. Aw, Erin's so good to you.
She's so good to me only because she knows if she makes me drink enough, I'm not going to make a move on her tonight.
She's like, here's 4, 5, and 6, Ed.
Oh my gosh. If she comes in with 4, I'm done. You still have that White Claw, Shane?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Anyone else who's watching us via recording or live?
Cheers.
This is for you.
Yeah. Almost done. The Rock wasn't the only one to get COVID.
Jeez, yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
Pattinson?
Pattinson.
The Batman.
The only person on the set, from what I understood.
Yeah.
I haven't read all the articles.
Yeah.
But from literally the articles I have read.
The only confirmed test. Batman. It's like, man. Like, wear a mask. You're Batman. Where the fuck? That's the problem with Batman. Where the fuck? Batman's mask doesn't cover the mouth. Over your face. It covers the nose, doesn't cover the mouth. Batman's mask is fundamentally flawed.
Yes.
Fight me.
It's funny because we were watching another stream last night before yours. One of our friends from a mutual employer of ours in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And she was playing Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh,
and she was looking through the different views and whatnot. and it was showing the people that she just fought as Batman as deceased. And both her and my wife, Erin, stood up. Erin actually stood up like she was literally pissed off and said, Batman doesn't kill.
Uh-huh.
And that streamer friend of ours did the same thing. Why are they saying deceased?
Right.
You're ruining Batman.
That being said, though, that's a huge argument about it right
Yeah.
now, is that if you actually go back through everything, besides the comics, Batman kills a ton of people.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in the games when he's driving through the Batmobile as a fucking tank, or if he's just traveling down the road at 90 miles an hour and running over thugs and then saying, well, yeah, the car electrocutes him and sends him to the side. You got hit by a flying car at 90 miles an hour. Your body went from 0 to 90 miles an hour in the space
You're
of
done.
1/8 of a second. You're dead.
Yeah. Your organs are now on the other side of your body.
Right. Your ass is in San Francisco. Your head's in New York. You're not making it out of there. And you know the original Michael Keaton Batmans, he kicks people off of a building, I think. There's in like Batman Forever, he straps a bomb to one of them and pushes them into a hole and they blow up.
Batman Forever, was that the nipples one?
Maybe, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the one with the Riddler, Batman and Robin.
Okay,
It was one of the very neon heavy Batmans.
Yeah.
But there's definitely death there.
Yeah.
There's so many. I just like,
And even in the games, the games are like, isn't that Rocksteady?
yeah.
Yeah, the games. Some of those moves.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
to keep in mind, when I was a kid, I did martial arts, so like, I have a 2nd degree black belt. That means absolutely jack diddly right now, but it was awesome back in high school.
Sure.
I remembered how to do stuff. I can't even move the right way without breaking a hip, but like some of those moves would kill you.
Yeah.
So it makes sense in the games that they'd say deceased, but it's a fundamental thing with Batman, where even in his journals, taking him as a real person, the journals that these comic book artists and authors, the storytellers are portraying, Batman even says that killing is not his thing. He wants to rid Gotham of the people who can't help themselves, and sends them to Arkham.
Right.
So killing them, it just takes up a notch. I like it. I hate to say that, but I liked it. I like the darker Batman look. But
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense otherwise. I mean, the other argument that I've seen about that is they say, well, I think it's in the comics too, but they're like, well, if you kill a killer, then all you've done is replace the killer.
Right.
And it's like, well, I get that,
I've
but
heard
if
that a
you
lot.
kill 500 killers, then all you've really done is replace 500 with 1, which is a pretty good ratio. You've eliminated 499 killers and replaced with 1.
Yeah, and I'd rather replace the 1
Yeah.
than having to deal with all of the individual victims of each one of those killers
Right.
that Batman took down.
And then you really want to jump into a morality discussion there.
Yeah.
Is Batman not somewhat responsible for the hundreds to thousands of deaths in Gotham City because he refuses to he refuses to kill these criminals and people like the Joker and the Riddler and Two-Face who consistently get out over and over and over again. It's one of the main things in the Injustice comics. Is they're like, you're responsible. If you had done what you needed to be done, then because that's how Injustice starts. Lois Lane is killed by the Joker. Because Batman refuses over and over and over again to do what needs to be done and just kill someone who's responsible for all this stuff.
Yeah.
And give that martial justice, right? Or capital punishment. Yeah. And because of that, that's why Superman goes crazy, because Lois gets killed at his own hand because of the Joker. But yeah, is Batman not responsible At some point, like, why have the courts not said anything? What's wrong with Gotham City that they don't have the death penalty? You have a guy
It's the
who's
corruption.
yeah,
It doesn't matter because someone else owns
yeah, and that
the
must be it.
Justice Department of Gotham City.
Yeah. But it's like over
we'll
and
be
over
seeing
and
in the
over
next
again.
game the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
Who basically, the theory goes, this as the story goes, owns Gotham. Has been with Gotham since the very beginning, and has controlled it as the silent puppeteer from the shadows. So
interesting.
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to the game.
I don't know that far into it. I did see they changed Robin again in the comics. Apparently, it's
how many Robins do we get?
I think they said it's supposed to be Tim Drake again. Maybe. I can't remember.
Jeez.
But I know they changed him back. So it's like, I can't keep up. I just got to assume when I get in here, I'll learn the names when I get in the game. Because
which Robin do we have today,
yeah,
folks?
Exactly. Who do I have? I'm going to have Robin, Nightwing, Darkwing Duck, and Red Hood.
Darkwing Duck. I watched that this weekend.
Did you?
Speaking of Labor Day weekend, I wasn't feeling well, like I was saying.
Yeah.
I was laying on the couch. We were watching Darkwing Duck.
I guess that'll work. But yeah, personally, for me, I think it's definitely a two-pronged approach here. You got Batman being responsible because he has the power to do what needs to be done, but then that puts you from full vigilante justice to murderer. And then you have a government that won't do anything.
Yeah, it's really hands-off. Gotham is really hands-off. Now, did you watch the actual Gotham TV show?
No, I watched the first season and then fell off.
Yeah, well, there was a couple of things in the following seasons, but I got to the point where the last season, which is the one that really mattered, the one I cared about, where it shows the evolution into Batman, I guess.
Okay.
I haven't watched it because before then it was just lackluster. You don't know what was going on. But when the Court of Owls started showing up in the Gotham series, I think it might be beneficial for you and any of the viewers or listeners to go ahead and check it out because of the new games that are coming out featuring the Court of Owls.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah. I'm a little biased. I went to Comic-Con I can't say last year. Was it last year?
I think you went last year.
They canceled Comic-Con last year, and I was like, I'm sorry. Phoenix Fan Fusion, because I'm over here in Arizona.
Right.
I went as a member of the Court of Owls. One, because I thought the concept was awesome. And two, it didn't take much of a time investment. And the Court of Owls story is just absolutely amazing because it can apply anywhere. Have you ever seen Hot Fuzz?
Yeah.
You have, spoiler alert, you have
for a decade
an organization, or a group. I know, right? But you have to nowadays because who's watching TV?
Exactly. Yeah.
They're all watching Twitch, right?
Right. Hey,
YouTube,
twitch.tv/mancavebroadcast.
All right. Bingo. I said, man.
You did. I appreciated it.
Yeah, I try. So you have a group that is controlling the town, and they basically decide the fate of other people. So it kind of,
Okay.
Not sure where I was going with that because I'm on shot 3, I believe.
Yeah, you're on 3. I haven't seen 4 walk up behind you yet. Waiting for it.
If it does, I'm dead. Shane, just delete my browsing history.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be a quick episode for us.
You'll have to come over and smash my laptop again like you did in the old video.
Oh my gosh, I watched that video the other day.
Oh,
it was funny. I love that video. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Call of Duty Black Ops, the Cold War. They started showing that the other day.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I know we talked about last week how I said I might pay full price. After watching the multiplayer and everything on that, I'm really thinking that I'm gonna have to fold. I gotta go for it.
Oh boy,
it looks so good, man, and it's running on PS5 graphics.
Yeah, but what about it though?
It's definitely a next gen game. It's like we're gonna have small incremental improvements in graphics moving forward, right? It's not like what we saw before, where you were going from Mario on the regular Nintendo to
Right.
Super
Yeah.
Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64, and being like, oh my god, we've gone from 2D to 3D, right? And then going from Super Mario 64 to Gears of War on the Xbox, and
Right.
being like, what kind of difference do we have here, right? This is just an incredible difference. But then you look at
Yeah.
the difference between Gears of War and Gears of War 5, and it's like there's a big difference graphically, but it's nothing like what we saw in those prior generational jumps.
Yeah. So here's my take on that. The graphics got me when I started seeing wrinkles on clothing.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
the graphics still haven't gotten to the point where I believe it. Like, I can watch some stuff. Remember the old man? This was like a decade ago. Remember that Final Fantasy movie
Yeah.
that came out that was all CGI and everyone was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
They pulled a Keanu Reeves on it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Utah.
graphics nowadays
Two.
are still like that, but the eyes. You even brought it out
Yeah.
in was the last podcast or the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at the video of the of the characters and the eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes are always the dead giveaway that, oh man, this is actually CGI.
Right. Very
But
uncanny valley.
but there's so little difference between what we see now with our eyes and what we're seeing CGI. Sure, you
Yeah.
still see some messed up hairs not flowing the right way in the wind
Right.
type of thing, but it's scary good.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not saying it's not. What I'm basically saying is I think that graphics have gotten to a place where we're not going to see these huge jumps and everything. What I think, and number 4, and there you go. I think that what you're going to be seeing more is the jump and what kind of gameplay is available. So
Yes.
something I've noticed was like I keep seeing Ratchet and Clank.
Yes. We have it.
Is it Ratchet and Clank or Crank?
Ratchet and Clank.
Clank.
Yep.
Okay. So the new one that's coming out for PS5,
Okay.
they're showing that basically, I mean, you're jumping between universes. It feels like in a game they've got like 4 or 5 universes that are running almost in tandem with each other while you're playing, and you can jump between them at will.
Wow. That's an
And
interesting concept. Yeah.
Titanfall 2 did something very similar. They were running it was based on time, so you could flip back and forth between 2 periods instantaneously.
Yeah.
And everything was changing based off of those different times. And so they had to run in Titanfall 2 in this sequence. They ran 2 instances of the same level at the same exact time, and when you clicked a button, your character would just jump between those 2. So technologically, it was super advanced, and it was actually like really, really tough for the hardware.
Right.
But that was the thing. That's why the AI, they built it in to be confused, because when your character jumped from the future or the past, then it literally would disappear off of the map on 1. And so say you're running up on some enemies and they're seeing you, they're focused on you. You jump to the past. You run around where they were and then post up behind them and jump into the future. The AI is then trying to figure out where you went, because to the AI, you disappeared. So they're yelling like, where'd he go? Where is he? And they don't know where you're going to pop back up on the map. And so boom, you pop back in, you can start shooting, and it runs that. But you're looking at the technology behind that, it's like, that's really fucking hard. You're literally running 2 instances of the game at once.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the kind of stuff that they're doing. And there's another game coming out. I cannot remember what it is, but it's a scary game, and they keep showing it in the Xbox showcases. But from what I understand, it's called like the Medium. I think it's what it is. I think it's called the Medium. And basically, through the entire game, it's running 2 instances of the same game. One is in today. The other is in basically a version of hell. And the main character can swap back and forth between Earth and hell at will.
So you're basically playing in reality as it is, and then you flip the switch and you hit the button, and you're in the DMV.
Yeah, exactly. Just pulling a number. All right.
Pull a number 39,
Right.
39, no, 40.
You brought the W412 form. You needed the W413.
Yeah, we don't do photos of this one anymore. Click.
Yeah, those are
Thanks.
available at the baseline location.
The baseline, the gift shop.
Yeah. So that's what I'm excited for this type of hardware in this generation is that a lot of artists now are getting the opportunity to do what they want. They're not constrained by the hardware anymore.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, well, I've got to, how do I find a way to conserve this RAM here? Or how do I find a way to reduce pixels here so that I can add them over here and not overload the CPU and the GPU?
Yeah.
They're just saying, fuck, we've got power for days. We have everything that we need to run this, and now I can make my dreams come true. I can make my vision come true. And that's what I'm excited for. I just want to see what they can do now.
Yeah. So thinking, you were talking about that, and the entire time I was thinking about, have you seen the game? This is on PS4. And is it somewhere else? No, I think it's just PS. Dreams.
I've seen it, but I haven't played it.
Okay, so they have levels that are created by other people playing the game,
right?
The games and designing it. Now they have VR integration,
right?
So, and you had it before, but now you can create games in VR.
That's wild to me. And that honestly,
so next
I think
time
is
you're
the next
over
step.
here, you need to come sculpt a sculpture or
gonna
paint
sculpt
a painting.
Dick. It's gonna be a big dick. You know it.
Yeah. It'll be awesome next time you come over.
Look how amazing
we'll have the kids
this
go
looks.
upstairs and play somewhere else, play with their costumes and whatnot, and you can sculpt a dick. That's
Ed, I present to you this phallus.
This phallus.
No, I think that sounds amazing. I think that sounds so cool. And that, I think, people talk like flash in the pan and stuff, but I've been saying it forever. VR is that next big step. And I think that's probably what I'm really excited about with some of this new hardware and the new stuff is the potential for VR and what they can do with it is crazy. You already look at Half-Life Alyx and what it does, and it completely changed the game. And going from there, dude, the sky's the limit. I think the next 5 years in game technology and game experiences and the way that we go about just kind of enjoying our personal time and the worlds we can go to is gonna be fucking great. It's a great time to be a gamer. Yes. And I just think the next 5 to 7 years with this hardware is gonna be insane.
It is. And it's sad because I'm looking at it such a long distance way, but if you think about toward the end of this next gen's life, what could be possible? It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Just thinking about what the future holds. I can't even imagine. Yeah. It's going to be very cool. We talked about the pricing of the Xbox and the fact that we're still waiting on PlayStation to announce the price. I also forgot about that right after. Well, no, we kind of talked about it last week, but I had the prices wrong on the new NVIDIA cards. Those new graphics cards that came out.
Yes.
Dude, the GeForce 3080.
Expensive?
It's not. Dude,
no.
half the price of the current cards. Yeah. Yeah, so right now NVIDIA NVIDIA and the GeForce cards, they have their 2070, 2080 cards out.
Yeah.
And the new ones that they're releasing are the 3070, 3080, 3090, right? And they have twice the performance capability of the current cards.
Yeah, because I have a 2070 on my laptop, on my desktop.
Yeah.
That I just purchased last year.
Yeah.
They've already got a crazy.
These cards are almost twice as fast and they're half the cost.
Yeah, it's what? At what point did we get to in technology where we're like, you know what? We can do this cheaper. Let's cut the price.
They undercut their own cards.
Right.
They literally went after themselves. They were their only competition.
Right.
Besides like AMD. AMD was doing really good and they were coming out cheaper. But bro, we're talking, I think they said the 3080 card, which is going to be like a killer. Like the 3090, that's like for the people who absolutely are like crunching massive data, right? The 3080 I think starts at $599. So like $100 more.
You're kidding me.
$100 more than the Xbox, and it's going to be twice as fucking powerful as the new Xbox. Personally, for me, like that's a no-brainer. $100 more.
Time to be alive.
Exactly. I'm not buying an Xbox. Like, what I want to do is, if for a PC gamer, it's super fucking easy. You buy one of those, and you're set for the next 6-7 years. And you get that Xbox Game Pass for Windows, which is what, $10 a month, maybe 15. It's super cheap.
Sign up right.
You're looking at 100. Yeah, say it's $10 a month. It's $120 a year, and you roll so many fucking new games. You're getting thousands of dollars. Like I straight up sound like I'm sponsored by Xbox. I'm not. I'd love to be, but I'm not. But that's the best deal. That is the best deal in fucking gaming right now. You get yourself a good card for your PC.
Yes.
You get that Xbox Game Pass. Like, I don't see PlayStation winning. I don't see them winning this round.
They're not going to win this round because they're catching up.
Yeah.
That's their issue. They're catching up. And the fact that Microsoft just came out and said, screw you, PlayStation. Here's what our price is. Good luck.
Yeah.
And PlayStation's scrambling.
Yeah, they totally are. And they still haven't announced their prices, which to me tells me they are more than $499.
Yeah.
You know, and they're right now they're having board meetings going, fuck, what do we do? How do we?
And they've been saying this whole time, they've been going on value.
Yeah.
Everyone's been asking them, IGN, everyone's been asking, what's the price point? What's the price point? Well, let's talk about the value.
Yeah.
You get this much power.
Don't give me that sales tactic. I was in sales. I know what you're saying. You're saying you're about to fuck me.
Don't give me the value and the benefit.
Right.
Give me the freaking price.
Right.
So I can decide myself.
Tell me it's $699 like you know it is. And let's do this now. Because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
you were just saying with Xbox pricing, how much was it per month?
So
for the PC,
it's $15 a month for Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here paying EA, just EA, $15 a month for their games. I just looked it up.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
What do you think that Xbox announced this morning?
I have no idea.
EA Access is included in Game Pass.
Jesus.
I just saw it this morning, dude. It's over. Absolutely fucking over. Starting later this year, EA Play will be included with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and Xbox Game Pass PC. They're killing it. They absolutely went ham. I understand Microsoft can be pretty shitty in some places, but when it came to gamers this year, well, in the last 5 years, ever since 5 years, Phil Spencer came in, he's done nothing but try to fix it up, and he's like, "Oh, we got to be better." So yeah, Xbox games and now EA games are all coming. Basically, any first-party title is on this Xbox Game Pass. Pretty much every new game is on Xbox Game Pass. I think that the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater was on Game Pass. They have everything. Thousands of games on there. Honestly, I could not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the tweet from this morning though. They let me see if I can find this real quick. Hold on. Now I'm like super excited because you're talking about that. So
yeah, no kidding.
I don't know. I might have to do that. I wasn't really quite ready for jumping on Game Pass because I keep getting stuff for free. But
yeah,
dude, it might just be something to jump on because there's so much good quality content there. And like I said, I don't pay full price for anything, you know? And yet I'm like, okay, I could probably pay $15 a month for this and get a ton of fucking games all year and go from there. Man, I wish I could just get to Xbox's freaking Twitter. Holy shit, man. Been trying to find one tweet for 3 minutes straight now. I know where it is. I had to actually get through what was going on here. Here it is. So the prices leaked 2 nights ago, right?
Okay.
And I'm sure that Xbox is probably the one that leaked it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they went ahead and confirmed everything in the middle of the night that night. They didn't do a video reveal. They didn't do like a press conference. They just first off tweeted this photo.
Who does that? That's for my Facebook wall. That's not for Xbox.
I know. That was what they tweeted, and then they came out and they're like, all right, let's make it official. The leaks are correct. Here's the pricing. Here's what we're doing. $2.99 for digital, $4.99 for physical. Boom.
Drop the mic, walk away.
Absolutely. It was done. Yep. Let's make this official. Xbox Series S. Next gen performance in the smallest Xbox ever, $2.99. So, I mean, somebody mentioned on Reddit, like, how, not so much like no-brainer, but how smart is that? Most of these kids these days are smart enough to know that when you ask mommy and daddy in the fucking year of COVID for a $500 Xbox, that's probably not going to happen at Christmas time, right?
Not usually.
How much easier is it to swing? Mom, I understand, like, that's a lot. There's a cheaper one. There's one for $300. It's $200 off, and you can do all this and be pretty cool. That's a lot easier to swallow than $1,000.
Yeah, but my thing is, and I understand where you come from. My argument, and just based off my experience, my thought process, is that with digital, prices tend to stay higher with digital than they do with the physical.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that I think the problem is
everything's digital, but
right. I think that I have a little bit of a bias on that because for PC that's not correct at all. Like I get so much stuff for cheap and I get so much stuff for free. Like it's just a totally different thing.
Is Epic Games membership, and you're like,
right.
Just give me the games.
Yeah. Now for Xbox and PlayStation, you're right. It does take longer for stuff to drop, but you can get digital codes and stuff on Amazon pretty frequently discounted. It's not like it used to be. The only time that I've ever seen games that are consistently at the regular price for a long time is Nintendo Switch games. Yeah. Those are the only ones I rarely see. You'll see discounts, but they're shitty games, right? You're rarely gonna see Mario Odyssey go on sale besides Thanksgiving.
It's Mario Odyssey, of course not.
Yeah, it's the Nintendo tax, right? You got 6-year-old games selling for $59.99.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But here's the thing. So Nintendo, I've never owned a Wii. I've played them plenty of times, but I've never owned one. Never played a Switch. Well, I've played one, but I haven't owned it. Mm-hmm. They have some good depth.
Oh yeah,
in their games for story development. I'll give it to them.
I love the Switch. I think it's a blast. Yeah. Like Zelda, Breath of the Wild, amazing. Hollow Knight, videos, which you can get on everything, is good. Mario Odyssey was a blast.
Yeah,
it was hilarious. What else is there? I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff on there. It's a great platform, but you're subject to the Nintendo tax. You're gonna be spending $60 on games for 5 years after it comes out.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right. Let's take a look here. We are And yeah, we're over an hour. So I think that's probably a good place to stop.
Feels like 20 minutes, folks.
I know. Fucking flies by when you're having fun. But that being said, Ed, what do you want to leave us with today, bud?
Just be good to each other.
I love it. Love it. You can find the Man Cave broadcast on a whole bunch of different fucking avenues now. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and then now we're on YouTube, right? YouTube.com/Man Cave broadcast. And my biggest streaming platform right now, as you can see right here, twitch.tv/Man Cave broadcast. Please give us a follow. It's free, nothing to it. And you can set up notifications so you can see when we're streaming. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're playing video games. Wednesdays, we're doing the live podcast. It's every week. It's an absolute blast. Love to have you guys in the chat talking with us. It's a really good time being able to actually interact with the audience and get things going. So that being said, it is time for us to get going. Ed, thanks so much for being back. I appreciate it. I am Shane Murphy. This is the Man Cave broadcast. We'll see you next time. Good night.